From the age of 12, your spine stopped having a blood supply directly to the discs, and it's only been through activity and playing that you maintain that through your youth. Unfortunately, when we tend to hit, from a society perspective, 30 years of age, we tend to sit at a desk and we start to get vertebral fixations. We stop moving in all planes of direction, we stop running around, and with decreased blood circulation and an increase in sedentary life, we start to dehydrate the disc, which has come known as degenerative disc disease. Arguably, people will say that that's normal, and I want to say that it's not, because we can reverse it. We've seen discs with proper treatment, namely this exercise and care of loosening up all the muscles that we do here. We've seen discs increase from 3 millimeters to 9 millimeters. This exercise does a couple things. It's important to realize that the nerves and a lot of the pain you feel are from the disc, the vertebra not being free to move. So we want to move every level of the vertebral column so that it rotates, so that it flexes and strains. So you don't have one muscle pulling really hard and it's like driving with the brake on. Often people's pain comes from one thing being restricted and another thing attempting to work too hard for too long, and it fails. So you say, my pain's here, but the cause is really on the other side. Okay, very common. So we're gonna move every vertebral level, and we're gonna therefore stretch the muscles between each vertebra, the paraspinals. We're going to free up any nerve impingement and any blood supply that's being stuck through there. And we're going to pump water, and I use the analogy of pumping water from a well. I hope we're not too old to remember wells where you pump the water and pull the water up and it would come out. I was raised with geese. That was my chore. So I'm going to sit on this ball, and I'm going to start this exercise very slowly, but you actually build up your speed in executing this as you get more comfortable. So once again, you're responsible for yourself. Take your time. Don't cause yourself pain. And if you feel pain, stop at that level. We will go to the edge of pain, but we never go into it. It's not a no pain, no gain. Pain means you're going backwards. We need to get you out of pain and create a new position, and then secure you by strengthening you to hold that new position. Okay? This is what you Wobble. The first part, there's several exercises. They all go in a sequence, and so we typically use these after the foam roller to start getting everything warmed up and moved. So we're going to put our hands straight up in the air, okay? And I'm just going to lean to the side and over. So what I'm doing is letting my body stay pretty much in an upright posture, letting my neck move, and really flexing and stretching my spine, and moving back to back so that I can open up all of my vertebrae here and stretch, and open up all of my vertebrae. I want to keep my hands upright, and I want to do 20, 1, 2 to each side. Afterwards, I'm going to bring my hands from a straight overhead position to on top of my head, and I'm going to relax my shoulders, and I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a count of 20, and really try to crunch down and spread open the vertebra on each side. And I really want to feel that stretching the long muscles along the sides of my spine. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, I dream of Jeannie. And I'm going to do the same thing, letting my head and everything relax, stabilizing my feet, and really getting that stretch and press. Now, these are done in a pretty quick manner. However, based upon your own health, the level of pain, and the last time you decided to move, you got to take those all into account and move at a pace that's comfortable for you. But it's important that you see this energy with which we want to do them, so that you continually move to a quicker, loose, relaxed exercise, because that's what's going to pump the water with these discs. And as you loosen up, you'll continue to stretch and add suppleness to all the structures along the spine. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4. My hands fall straight down by my sides, and I'm basically just going to reach down and almost touch the floor if I can. And I'm just thinking of picking up bananas and wobbling. So each time I move my hands, I'm focusing this stretching and strengthening and movement into a different level of my spine. So you should feel slightly different strains, sprains, and cracks until you get used to it all the way through these exercises. And that's fine, just as long as you don't feel pain or you don't make your pain worse. If you do, you'll just go to that level real slow and you'll build up into it as you heal. The fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, is going to be arms in front of you, and I'm going to rotate. I'm carefully tracking my nose to my elbow directly behind me. So I'm now rotating my whole spine, which I warmed up with the lateral side to sides. Okay, afterwards I'm going to start to do the more complicated version, the bow tie. So for the bow tie, I want you to picture a square, and that's your hips. And I'm going to, or a figure 8, and I'm going to press my front right hip corner up and open. Then I'm going to open the back corner. Then I'm going to cross up and open the front side, the back side. So if you think of a hula hoop, and you should be able to feel this in just your low back, I'm trying to open and stretch each corner of my low back. 1, 2, 3, 4, front, back, back. So I'm getting the zig, zag, and I can go in either direction. I can change it up. So these wobble exercises done on the therapy ball and combination with the foam roller will do an extremely good job of loosening up all the tight musculature that shortens and contracts while you spend a lot of time sitting or in a stagnant position and the muscles contract. This will get everything moving. It'll help you with your neck pain, your back pain, it'll help you with your degenerated discs and all those garbage can diagnoses that people give you that basically means things aren't moving and things are too tight. So get on it, be consistent, you'll get the results.